What's good, my peopleizations? My brother MREC TV in the building. Happy born day, King. How you feeling today? Go subscribe to my brother MREC TV. Y'all see how we had 150 people, then it dropped from 150 to 116? Huh? We got 155 people. We should have 155 likes. Kennedy Linda, Dimitri Cohen, Jet Ski, Taquan Savage, Kanad Williams, James Harris, Black Reality TV, B. Brown, Emmanuel Momo, Big Trueberry, Ahmad is Ahmad, Jadavius 2310, Merk Sum, B. Pauly, Andre Robinson, Will Smith, Main Event Mark, Augustine Delgado, Isaiah Martinez, Robert Singleton, F. Lee 1988, P. Benjamin Harrington, Mr. Pazor, Anthony Ingram, Arsonis Heatmakers, Alex Corona, Anthony Fitzgerald, Adrian Cole, Stedman Paget, A. Will 31. Who we got? Chilltown Majors, Jose Diaz, Dante Watkins, Sean Williams, Charles Cozier, Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, LaRon Bowling, Bud Crawford beats easy route Spence. He said speak. Antonio Hicks, OG Ninja, Dante Watkins, Watson Whistler Jr. Lewis, Black Alpha. What we got? The Ancient Murrah, Underground Asylum, Reggie Cheese, Jerry 216 Robinson, Boxing Fan 713, Ches 313. Rec, you already know, King. Salute. Gene Pompey, salute. B. Brown, DJ Zion Love. Y'all see what they doing, right? We had 150 people in 1 minute. In 1 minute, 150 people. It dropped from 152 people to 116 people. Now we just at 170. 5 minutes later, 3 minutes later. Talib Cunningham, salute. Steven Salim, salute. Jamel Allen, salute. Zelly 1327, what's good? David the Real Thomas, salute. Terry Smoot Jr., salute. Maurice McElroy, 985 Bo Jizzle, Esto Jackson Jr., salute. KO, salute. Y'all see that, right? Dion on one, salute. Tariq Reed, Terrence Bailey Sr., what's good with you, Terrence? PGH Big Dog, A Weezy Bang, Horatio Quintero, Black Sports TV, Ghostwriter, Taylor for Wealth, Iceman, All Day, Julius Young, salute. Alice Corona, peace and blessings. I appreciate you in the super chat. He said, how's it going? Going great, man. Ron John, salute. Nitty G, my brother, what's good? Chef Curry, Gravy Davy, smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 200. Y'all see what YouTube just did, right? Y'all see what they just did. It went from, in less than a minute, it was at 152 people. It dropped from 152 people to 116 people. Now we can't get 200 people. Smash the like button. Mark Reed, LJ Fighter, my brother, salute. In the super chat, he said, Blue, got the notification, salute. Salute to you. Jay Gibson, Jordan Nicholas, Raymac Seranis, Muhammad Arif, Adrian Pittman, my brother. LV, Eli Zachary talks everything, salute. CVP Jr., salute. My brother Skills from New Orleans, salute in the super chat. He said people said Brook was washed up. I disagree. He controlled Bud with the jab until he turned switch hitter. Congrats to Bud Crawford. I knew that was going to happen. BK Don 718, salute. Rocky Mua, salute. Jay Gibson, Dwayne 2011, salute. Young World, Ben Israel, The Ja Real, Ratul UV, Gutter Regime, Boxing Dad, Def 316. Salute, salute, salute. Curtis Bridges, John Lee, Danny Allen. Appreciate you, Danny Allen. Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers, salute. Kirk Jordan, OG Ninja. All right, let's get into this. Picasso, my brother Bish, be megastar. Salute. Smash the like button, man. Let's get the likes up. D. Griggs, salute. Let's get the likes up and let's get into this, okay? So, Terence Crawford is in a weird place, right? Terence Crawford, promoter Bob Arum, just came out. Mayor, salute. This was reported to have taken place before the fight. The Fool, salute. Smash the like button. We're not going to do that today. I don't want to keep saying smash the like button and none of that. Do me a favor, smash the like button. We got 255 people. Let's get 255 likes. Let's keep on pace. If you look at the likes, you ain't smash it, and you know you didn't, say to yourself, let me go smash the like button. Let's get it up to 250 right now. Malik Omar, salute. So Terence Crawford's promoter, top-ranked CEO and promoter, legendary promoter Bob Arum. I know a lot of people are not too happy with Bob Arum. Junior Coolington, 86. Marcus Priest, salute. Nelson Ladia, salute. Adrian Cole, salute. I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of people are not going to be happy with this. Billy Bob, salute. A lot of people are not going to be happy with this, and obviously people are going to say, hey, Blue, you don't like Crawford. Sean Williams, salute. Siobhan Ragin, salute. Big E Gambino, salute. I don't know why he's getting overly praised for this. Stephen Cunningham, 420, salute. What's good with you? Thomas Moreland, salute. Because Terence Crawford did what was expected. And I'm going to say this again. It didn't matter to me. And if you guys know, Taquan Savage, my brother, salute. Courtney Walker, salute. El Chapo, the Great, salute. Now, if you've been watching me, King Vonnie, 86, salute. What's good with you? Eric R, salute. If you've been watching me here for a while, you know that I've been saying this, and I'm going to say this again. It didn't matter at any point in time in Kell Brook's career, whether it be before the Triple G fights, before the Errol Spence fight, he didn't stand a chance to beat Terence Crawford. I know people are saying, well, Kell Brook was past it. Kell Brook is not the same guy. That's not the same guy. Roy Cribb, salute, that beat Sean Porter. That's not the same guy that... Tay Brown, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? 11520, Freeport in the building. Xavier Moses, salute. Black Moon, salute. So I know people are looking and they're saying, well, that's not the same guy. He was already damaged goods. And then I see other people say, well, you know, Terence Crawford, he dominated Kell Brook. R.B. Brown, salute. We have to have a happy medium. And what I mean by that is, I told you guys this. G times 2929, salute, appreciate you. I told you guys this. Now go back and look in the archives and listen to what I told you guys. I told you guys that Donald Thurman, salute. Jonathan Green, salute. I told you guys, go back and look at the archives. I told you guys that it didn't matter at any point in time in Kell Brook's career that Terence Crawford was going to win this fight. I told you that Terence Crawford was too many tools in the toolbox, too skillful, and Kell Brook is tailor-made for Terence Crawford. Lisa Snow, peace and blessings to you, Queen. He's tailor-made for him. Georgia Peach Denise, peace and blessings, Queen. Where you been at? Haven't seen you in a while. We got 330 people. Let's get 330 likes. Smash the like button. 330 people. Let's get 330 likes. We got 230 likes. We 100 likes off. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. All the way up. So I told you guys that he's too skilled. Corey G, salute. That dude, 002367, salute. What's good with you? And hopefully I can get my laptop back, my computer back. MP Studio Steven, salute. Geo James Khalil, 98, salute. And then I'll have guests on. I was supposed to have guests on today. My brother and my co-host, Kurt Anderson, he can't come on because my laptop is broken. Sherman Callahan, salute. And so this is the format we're using. As you can see, I have an empty spot where my laptop goes. This is where my laptop goes. empty. You see that? Mo 2013, Johnny Gotti, salute. You see that? Empty space? That's where my laptop goes. That's where my computer goes. And it's gone. Anyway, with that said, Robert B, salute. Robert B said Triple G and Spence landed cleaner. He took them better. Well, this is what I'm going to say. Styles make fights. Everybody's different. Terence Crawford, NBA D Night, salute. And I'm seeing this. I even saw my brother Batman. Salute to my brother Batman. Machiavelli Mafia, salute. I saw my brother Batman say, well, he like he was acting. Yashon Yasharala, salute. And I'm gonna say this. This is the thing that Batman forgets. Bold one, salute. Let me explain to you guys why Kell Brook reacted in the manner he acted and why that was a knockout punch from Terence Crawford. That's the punch that got the party started. And I'm gonna explain to you why. And it's Felix May, salute. C99, salute. Marlon 7, peace and blessings in the super chat. During the divorce, people move different. Bud hasn't. Once he's on, shows like yours, I'll believe it. Oh, once he's on shows like yours, then I'll believe it. Smells like promotion for next year fight. During the divorce, people move different. Yep, Bud hasn't. I see what you're saying. During the divorce, people move different. Bud hasn't. So once he's on your show, like on shows like yours, I'll believe it. Smells like promotion. I see what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense. Big Dog Willie in the super chat, my brother. Fury never cheated Wilder. I'll explain why. Okay. Nola Boy Sports and News, salute. Chino Davis, Renee Boss Young, salute. So, Bossinger, salute. I'm gonna show you guys something. Humble King 89, Ryan Ford, salute. Yeah, smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. Now we got 400 people. We got 280 likes. Edward Rather Jr., salute. Janetta Love, peace and blessings to you, Queen. I'm assuming that there's a queen from the name. So with that said, I know a lot of people, like my brother Batman, people were saying, man, Kell Brook took a dive. Man, the punch wasn't. It was a jab. Vado Newton, salute. And here's something. Batman knows this because Batman is very experienced in the sport. So but I'm going to explain it to some people that didn't understand what took place. That wasn't a jab. That wasn't a jab. Okay. That wasn't a jab at all. And so people misconstrued this. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. Right? Hall Brown, 2, salute. It wasn't timing either. You have to remember, this gets, it wasn't a jab, right? You have to remember, that is Terence Crawford's power hand. I'm going to say this again. That was Terence Crawford's power hand. So I see, like my brother said, Errol Spence and Gennady Golovkin, they hit him and he took it better. OG Ninja, salute. No, he didn't. What he took better was they hit him. They never hit him cleanly with their power hand. And when they did, he reacted with 2 broken orbital bones. Machine Sports and Fitness, salute. Roy Cribbs, salute. Terence Crawford hit him cleanly. He saw all the punches that Errol Spence and Gennady Golovkin hit him with, right? He didn't see, you understand, he stood to be able to absorb Terence Crawford's jab, not realizing, like Miguel Cotto, right? No, it was a jab, Alex Corona. It was a sweeping jab. But like Miguel Cotto, G5_game, my brother, salute. Terence Crawford, Cross 7435, salute. Terence Crawford is a orthodox, natural right-hander. When he's turned southpaw, this is something I teach my kids when they box. And some trainers may disagree, some may not. When Terence Crawford changes to southpaw, His lead hand is his power hand. Jose Facial 13 Rivera, bold one, salute. You understand what I'm talking about? So he's essentially he has power in both hands. But when he puts his lead hand out in front of you, in front of him, Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Sammy Dumas, salute. So when you just bracing for a regular jab, right? Big Dog Willie, my brother in the super chat, he said, "My fault. Fury cheated Wilder. There was a reason." Salute. I knew you made a mistake, but it's all good. My brother G Al, what's good with you, King? Hey G Al, don't forget to drop that link. 7700 corporate salute. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. The boxing fan, salute. God's greatest, salute. And go and G Al, don't forget to drop that link. So Vinny Vincent, salute. So when Terence, you ready for your opponent's jab. You could brace it for the jab, right? Boom, you take the jab. It might hit you clean. It might, it might fluster you. You know something coming behind it. It might is there to the jab is there to occupy you. It's a rangefinder, and it's the it's to keep you defensive, right? But when you're dealing with the jab from Terence Crawford, it's not a rangefinder. Will McClady, Mr. Kaboom. It's not a Jermaine Johnson. Salute, my brother. Yeah, smash the like button, man. We got 520 people now. Smash the like button. 300. We don't even have 330 likes, and we got 540 people now. DJ Wolf, salute. Terence Crawford jab is not a jab anymore. It's not a rangefinder. Okay, it's not occupying you. It's not a distraction. It's power. That's where people struggle with Terence Crawford. His lead hand in the southpaw stance is his power hand. So essentially, when he touches you with Emerson Melgar, salute. When he touches you with that lead hand, you are feeling his power. You understand? You are feeling power. He has power. It's not just a jab. He's not flicking it out there. Afiq Day, salute. So when he caught Kell Brook, and I'm going to show you a picture of Kell Brook when it landed. This is Kell Brook's face reaction when that punch landed. Do that look like a man that's acting? Right? Look at his face. Does that look like a man that's acting? Right? Do this look like a man that's acting? Do this look like a man that's look at his face when he got hit with it. And this is after it connected and slid off his temple. You understand? This is after it hit him and slid off his temple. Look how he reacted. You see? Does that look like a jab to you? Does that look like, and why he was surprised? Why was he surprised? Seen unseen boxer, salute. Why was he surprised? Johnny Staley, salute. Because he was bracing for a normal jab. Boom. But when it hit him, boom, and it rocked him, he like, you see his reaction was like he was caught. You know, that's why he stumbled, right? Because it was like, what did he just hit me with? Jarrell Lacey, salute. See, you can see a jab coming and brace for it. You can see a jab coming and brace for it. And some may blink, some may just roll it, right? But that wasn't a jab. That was a power punch. Because Terence Crawford, that's where Terence Crawford had so much success with his right hook. Because that's his natural power hand. So he's putting his power hand at a shorter distance and he's snapping it with shorter distance. You understand? He's shortening up that the lead hand. So essentially it's like he hit. See, we so used to Terence Crawford standing in the southpaw stance that we forget that he's naturally a right-hander, orthodox fighter. So if he would have hit him with, if this was the left hand, if this was a straight left, everybody would have been like, oh, he caught him with the straight left and that's why he hurt him. No. He caught him with a straight right. So imagine him being in an orthodox stance and coming right down the pipe with a straight right. That's equivalent to Errol Spence in his natural southpaw stance coming down the pipe with a straight left. You understand? So when Terence Crawford caught him with the right, boom, and it was a sweeping hook. It was a boom. It wasn't a straight. It was a sweeping jab. It wasn't a straight jab. He didn't flick it. He threw it. Boom. And that's when he went this way. See, so this is why I try to explain to you guys. Top boxer, salute. This is why I try to explain to you guys, right? That's why I told you guys. We have 630 people and we still don't have 400 likes. I'm not going to continue until we even that out. There's no way we're going to be 200 likes off of each other. That don't happen. OG Ninja, my brother, salute. That's not going to happen. Get the likes up. We got 630 people and we don't have 400 likes. Phil J 508, salute. My brother OG Ninja, what's good with you, Ninja? Exactly. They were natural. Adrian Vet, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 600 right now. Everybody that didn't smash the like button, get it up to 600. The other 30, I'm cool with that. But 200, no, we can't have that. Get it up, Chris Ray, salute. Get it up. Get it up to 600. Smash the like button. And I'll continue to drop this knowledge for y'all. But we gotta listen, it's free to smash the like button. Donate to the channel, support the grind. Sweet Jones, salute. Taff Womack, salute. Rojai, salute. Tony TV, movie live, salute. It's free to Michael James 616, salute. Ryan Ford, salute. Smash the like button, donate to the channel, support the grind. CB Sports TV, my brother Carl Burrell, salute. Jamaica Solid, salute. I'll keep dropping this knowledge. Y'all gotta come on, man. Sherman Bray, salute. Come on. We grinding, we working. Let's show support. Let's support it. Get it up. Anthony Lockhart, J Dub WB, salute. Solo Uzi, salute. Melanated Motivation, salute. Anthony Gross, salute. So, Frequent Flyer RC, salute. Jason Medina, salute. Get the likes up to 600. Then I'll finish breaking this down. Roy Krebs, Ernie Martinez, salute. The likes up to 600, man. Get it up. Smash the like button. Get it up to 600. Bruce Wayne, salute. Smash that like button, man. Donate to the channel, man. Support the channel, support the grind. Support the channel, support the grind. Donate to the channel, support it. Jay Lee, my brother in the super chat, he said, blue work in here. Smash up the likes. Salute to my brother Jay Lee in the super chat. Appreciate you. Real QP, salute. Focus Ball, my brother, what's good? Ring General 9, salute. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. Get the likes up, man. Southside of Music, salute. Get them likes up. Get the likes to 600, man. Let's make it happen. Eric Jenkins, my brother in the super chat. He says, support the grind. Appreciate you. Yeah, support the grind, man. Smash the like button and donate to the channel. Support the grind, man. We making it happen, man. We making it happen. We on the grind, man. We're going to make it happen. We're going to bring y'all big things. Support it. Lou Hinton, my brother, salute. Pillar that's here, Bluebird Sports TV. Got my computer in the shop, and I'm still working. You understand? Smash the like button. Get it up to 600. Get it up to 600. And let's support the channel, support this grind, man. We on the grind, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to bring y'all all types of, we're going to bring y'all all types of content and everything. I got a lot of things in store, man. Let's make it happen. Disciple Real, salute. Yeah, we on the grind, man. AOAG Tribe, salute. Styles and Stitches, salute. Melvin Jones, what's good? Janetta Love, peace and blessings to you, Queen, in the super chat. She said, we working. Blue Blood got it on lock. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. I appreciate you 1,000%. Montreal Boyd, salute. Salute to the Queen, Janetta Love. Ernest Brown, Ernie Martinez Jr., salute. Come on, get the likes to 600. Let's get it. Colby Singleton, my brother in the super chat, he says support. Salute my brother Colby Singleton. He says support what this brother is doing. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you. Georgia Peach Denise, peace and blessings in the Queen in the super chat. She says smash the like button, support the grind. Yes, let's make it happen. Support that grind. Appreciate you. My brother Taquan said blue to gold. Salute. Appreciate you, man. Come on, we only 50 away. Let's get it. Byron Ware, salute. Fotex LAC, salute. And I'm going to break down a lot of knowledge for y'all here today. And you know, hopefully You learn something new today, as I learn something new every day. Smash the like button. Get the likes of 600. Trill Will '07. Salute. Marcus Kelly. Worry Bond. Salute. As hopefully you learn something new, as I do every single day. I learn something new every day. Cletus Smith. Salute. DeWary Jones. Porter needs a rematch against Spence. He wants Terence Crawford. We're going to talk about that too. Domingo Manella. Salute. What's good with you? New York in the building. Stand up. He wants Terence Crawford before Errol Spence. Stay ready, Boxer TV. My brother, stay ready. Go subscribe to my brother, Stay Ready, Boxer TV. Drink more water. Salute. David Marty. Salute. What's good with you? Come on, get the likes up. Trey Hampton. Albert Doherty. Salute. Smash it. Get them likes all the way up. We almost there, so I'm going to continue. Brian Chenault Jr., my brother. Salute. Robert B. Salute. So, Terence Crawford surprises a lot of people, and it slips a lot of people's mind because Real Boxer Talk 101. Salute. Dustin J. Salute. He surprises a lot of people, and it slips a lot of people's mind because he fights so well out of southpaw stance. But I'm here to tell you guys, Terence Crawford is better out the southpaw stance than the orthodox stance. And what I learned, and this is why I said, and I saw a lot of people saying, well, no, he's going to do this to Errol Spence. He's going to do that. I saw something in Terence Crawford's game that raised my antennas. Vendetta 13M, GG Allen, salute. It raised my antennas. And why was my antennas raised? Simply because I learned that in the orthodox stance, his natural stance, he doesn't have an advantage. Unless he has a serious size advantage or something, which he never does outside of the Gamboa fight, he doesn't have an advantage, okay? And so what I mean by that is this. What I mean by that is this, and this is why Sean Porter is eager to make this fight. I already see why Sean Porter is eager to make this fight, and I know why Errol Spence is very confident. D. Bevel, the champ, my brother, D. Bevel, what's good with you, King? How you feeling? Capital City, salute. I'm going to tell you guys why. The reason why is because this. When Terence Crawford is in his natural orthodox stance where he's comfortable, his defense is better when he's in the orthodox stance. His offense is not as good when he's in the orthodox stance because he has to reach with his right hand. Chase the coin, salute. He is right hand dominant. Terence Crawford is right hand dominant. And what I mean by that is this. He's not as comfortable with it as we believed him to be. Shabazz Muhammad, what's good with you, Shabazz? He's not as comfortable with his left hand as he is with his right hand. So when he turns southpaw, the distance for his right hand is closer to his opponent. So if you look, I believe when he knocked out Jose Benavidez, he caught him with a right hook, right? Young Fortune, you could learn a lot in 4 rounds, as I did. He writes with his right hand. He's right-handed. He's naturally right-handed. So what happens is this: when he hit Jose Benavidez and he got the party started, as I like to say, because that's his power hand and is closer to you, standing out of the southpaw stance, he's naturally more comfortable with that, right? So what happens is because it's his lead hand, his lead hand, you take it for a jab. Okay, Bud writes with his left hand. Okay, he's a natural orthodox fighter. Point blank and period. His dominant hand, his power hand is his right hand. I don't care what hand he writes with. I don't care none of that. Okay, his natural power hand is his right hand. He's right hand dominant. Point blank and period. Plain and simple. Okay, so it's closer. The range for him to find you with his right hand when he's in a southpaw stance is makes it easier, right? He has an issue with timing. When Kell Brook was timing him when he was in an orthodox stance, his Kell Brook's jab, to my surprise, was beating Terence Crawford to the punch, right? E-Man E say he's left hand dominant. E-Man E's, go think about what you're talking about. Movie live, salute. Go sit, go. You know, I can't. I try to interact with everybody, not it's just some people just Guyanese fire, my brother, salute. What's good with you? Angel Gomez, salute. I can't, man. Oh, he's left hand dominant. Beatbox your lunch, salute. I can't even entertain some people, man. They have no clue what they watching. They're just fans of a certain boxer. They're not fans of the sport of boxing. I'm gonna tell you guys what the problem is in the sport of boxing is today, right? The problem is that you have too many fans of certain fighters, and they're not a fan of the sport, and that's the problem. And social media has allowed access, and because of all of this access, Green Hulk Dunham, Rex Jamal, salute. And because of all of this access, you get people that are just loosey goosey. Brooklyn Ace, salute. You understand? That's the problem, right? You not enough people study the sport. They have they have a certain fighter that is their fighter, and because and then they just all reality it just escapes them, right? All reality escapes them. I've been watching Terence Crawford since he came on the scene, and see until to many people's surprise, Terence Crawford. If you've been here, people know that Terence Crawford is one of my favorite fighters. KDP's 504, salute. He's one of my favorite fighters, right? But you can't have a honest conversation. Three states below, salute. AJ Johnson, salute. FGD salute. You can't Gary Lynch Jr. salute. You can't have a conversation, right? And actually break down a boxing match because people they come and they have access without learning, right? And it's like a school teacher. You sitting in school and you're trying to teach, and everybody's just no. You no. It's like it's way out of control. Tone Loc 40 salute. You can't now you got people. If I say he's left hand dominant, no, he's right hand dominant. I say, oh, he's right hand dominant. No, he's left hand. It's just too much, right? Reed Smith, salute. Be a fan of the sport of boxing first. Be a fan of the sport of boxing first. And learn what you're watching. Look at what you're watching, right? Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is going to beat Keith Thurman. Terence Crawford is going to beat Keith Thurman. And this is again. This is not a slight. Samuel Gant said he's ambidextrous, but it's clear. Regardless, you could write with both hands. One of your hands is still going to be the dominant hand, and so his right hand is his dominant hand. It doesn't matter what hand he writes with it, none of that. You can look at his right hand. That's where he's most comfortable going with his right hand. That's why when he's in the southpaw stance, his right hand is so effective. And when he's in the orthodox stance, his jab is not as effective. There's no way, and this should be a clear indicator. There goes 619 Cali Factor, salute. Kell Brook is never the athlete of Terence Crawford. Kell Brook is not as quick as Terence Crawford. Kell Brook is not as savvy as Terence Crawford. Kell Brook is stiff at times. There's no way that out of a southpaw stance that Kell Brook's jab is more effective than Terence Crawford's jab when Terence Crawford has a 5-inch arm reach advantage. And he has the speed advantage. And he has the athletic advantage. He has all the advantages. And he's more fluent. So when Kell Brook was beating him to the punch when he was in the orthodox stance and people saying, oh man, he made one adjustment and then that was it for Kell Brook. Well, the fact that he had to make that adjustment and couldn't beat a guy that's slower than him with a shorter reach advantage, right? It lets me know he's not as comfortable with his jab, his left hand, as he is with his right hand. He's better and more fluent with his right hand. How do I know that? How do you know that, Blue? Because Blue Blood Sports TV, I teach my sons to box. I've been in and around the sport of boxing my entire life. I live with professional boxers who was Olympic gold medalists. Okay? Dewey Jones, you could disagree, but the facts remain the facts. It doesn't matter what you disagree with. The facts are the facts. Okay? I know exactly what I'm talking about because I am right-handed, but I'm more comfortable with my left hand doing anything. Caps and Full G, my brother, salute in the super chat. Bud broke his right hand and train on the left, I send the link. Okay, well, that's because he didn't have a choice. Captain Full G. Bud broke his right hand and trained on the left. I send the link. Well, that's because he didn't have a choice. I don't understand. Like, he didn't have a choice. He I didn't say he couldn't use it. I didn't say he wasn't effective with it at all. I just said that it was I just said that it was he's more comfortable with his right hand than he is his left hand. Did I ever say he couldn't use his left hand? Or did I say he's more comfortable with his right hand? Okay. I live with Howard Davis. Howard Davis is Olympic gold medalist. I lived with him when he was a kid, when I was a kid. Okay? He was a world champion Olympic gold medalist. I lived with Howard Davis. So when people say, "Hey, Blue," my mother is close friends with professional trainers. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want people to start to figure out who my mom is. My mother and close, very, very close trainers at Floyd Mayweather's gym, trainers at Gleason's gym in Brooklyn. She's very, very close friends with a lot of their wives and everything. I've been in and around the sport for a very long time. I've never when I was a kid, my choice of sport, my sport of choice was football over boxing. That's why I didn't do it. Kashif Dixon, salute. My brother in Super Chat. It's the same as De La Hoya and Ward. They're better with dominant hand out in front. Exactly. Captain Full G, my brother in Super Chat. I said, another's words, he not a true southpaw, so you right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not a southpaw. He's not a southpaw. So what I'm saying is this, right? When he turns, when he turns in the orthodox stance, right? His defense is better. Why? Because he's more comfortable bending to his right and slipping with his right hand as a protection. So it helps him lean. It's a navigator, right? It helps you lean, and if he in the orthodox stance, right? And he's comfortable moving like this with his right hand as his defender. Why? Because he's comfortable with the right hand. Diamond Blue, Howard Davis got knocked out. Goodbye. Goodbye. So what? Tommy Hearns got knocked out. And your point is what? Roberto Duran got knocked out. Muhammad Ali got knocked out. I mean, Roy Jones got knocked out. What's your point? Howard Davis got knocked out. You see what I'm talking about? Some people shouldn't have access. Focus ball, my brother in Super Chat. A set of focus balls will help Brooks' career. Salute to my brother, Focus Ball. Mike Tyson got knocked out. Lennox Lewis got knocked out. Like, what's the point? You see what I'm talking about? Y'all see? You see what I'm talking about? Because the internet, social media and internet has given too many people access that they don't know what they're talking about. You seeing 007, my brother in the building. What's good? Captain Full G, salute my brother in the Super Chat. He said, I'm a southpaw, but if I switch, my left hand jab is strong. Exactly. So I am a natural southpaw. All my kids are right-handed. They all fight southpaws naturally. Because you're just more comfortable at times like that. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., salute. That's all it is. You're just more comfortable. So you can tell Terence Crawford's defense is much better when he's in an orthodox stance than he's much better in the orthodox stance on defense than he is in the southpaw stance. He gets touched in the southpaw stance. Why? Because he's not comfortable with the left as he is with the right. You understand what I'm saying? So when I saw that, he's leaps and bounds. You guys know you've been here. Smash the like button. We got 800 people. We should have 800 likes. KG Soul King 053. Salute to South Africa. Top D, salute. Curtis Bridges, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. Donate to the channel, support the grind. So, Sweet Jones, salute. You guys know this, you've been watching me. Jose Villanueva, salute. I told you guys this, right? I said that it didn't matter at any point in time in Kell Brook's career that Terence Crawford is the better athlete. That Terence Crawford will always, Demetrius R. salute, will always beat Kell Brook. It didn't matter if it was before the Gennady Golovkin and Errol Spence fights, before the injuries, after the injuries. That's why I said he was in a lose-lose situation. That's why I told you guys that it didn't matter what version of Kell Brook stepped through those ropes. He was going to lose to Terence Crawford because he's just a superior athlete and he's the superior boxer to Kell Brook. Kell Brook could be very robotic. He could be very stiff and very predictable. What happened? He's a jabber guy. He never doubled up the jab. He never tripled up the jab. He never threw a jab with a hook. He never committed to the jab, the straight left to the body. You know, he never did any of those things. Why? Because he's not comfortable physically with being able to be fluid doing so and getting back in a position of defense. That's what Kell Brook is not comfortable doing. David Bohannon, my brother in the Super Chat, he says, salute, Blue. Salute to you, King. Okay? He's not comfortable, Kell Brook, at reaching to your body and getting back into a defense to be defensively savvy. So he's going to get hit. So I told you guys that Kell Brook, it didn't matter, injuries or not. These are the traits of Kell Brook. And so because he has these traits, right, Terence Crawford is always going to be successful against him. That's why I'm not saying that, oh, Kell Brook was damaged goods or Kell Brook injuries or Kell Brook not the same guy, because the fighter, Kell Brook could have been undefeated. He could have won against Gennady Golovkin. He could have won against Errol Spence and Sean Porter. In this fight with Terence Crawford, he was going to lose. Styles make fights. Terence Crawford, his style is better. Now, Kell Brook had more success than I expected. And the reason why he had more success than I expected is because what I came to realize is that Terence Crawford is not comfortable in the orthodox stance because he's not comfortable using his jab from that stance. And so, Tex Rock, salute. And so what happened was Kell Brook was beating him to the punch with his jab. And that should never happen when you have a 5-inch reach advantage. You're the faster man. You're the more fluid boxer. You just athletically more gifted than Kell Brook. And then Kell Brook is having more success beating you to the punch with his jab and then hiding the jab and coming with the straight right at times and landing it. Right? That should never happen. But it happened because Terence Crawford is not comfortable with his left. So his left, he's not as confident in throwing it out there, right, with the speed and the velocity that he will from the southpaw stance. So from the southpaw stance, he's more comfortable throwing that right hand out there because he's comfortable with the right hand. So what did this bring me to? I said, he's going to have a lot of problems with Errol Spence Jr. Now I know that I just sent everybody in a fizzy, right? Arturo Shadi, salute. Everybody just went to a fizzy. You understand? The general in the building. What's good with you, General? 7-8 Sports TV. Go salute. Go subscribe to the General. General, what's good with you? Ball one, salute. So what I saw was Diamond Blue, goodbye. Now you're going for good. I just put you in timeout. Now you're going for good. Tried to give you an opportunity. Couldn't help yourself. You must be about 10 years old. Jarrell Lacey, salute. Stephen Truitt, salute. So now, right, it showed me that he's not comfortable, right? So which would lead me to believe that Errol Spence is going to have a lot of success. And why is Errol Spence going to have a lot of success, Blue? Why do you say that, Blue? Because Terence Crawford is dominant in the southpaw stance. But to the contrary, Errol Spence is in the southpaw stance. So he's going to nullify what Terence Crawford does good. Terence Crawford right hand will be nullified if he's standing in the orthodox stance against Errol Spence, because Errol Spence is going to block his right hand. He's going to pour at it. He's going to nullify it. He's going to slow it down. He will have to, Terence Crawford is going to have to hop in with, and Errol Spence's arms is not as short as Kell Brook's. You understand? So when they were mirroring each other, when you had an orthodox and orthodox fighter, Kell Brooks' jab was better than Terence Crawford's. So if Terence Crawford is in a southpaw stance with Errol Spence, they are going to mirror each other once again, which means it's jab on jab, and Errol Spence's jab is naturally better. But the difference is, Real McCoy, my brother, salute. He said, Buddy started in southpaw blue, then he switched to right hand, just like with the Mean Machine. Real McCoy, what fight was you watching, my good brother? And I love you. He started in the orthodox stance and then he switched to southpaw. Disciple Real, my brother, salute in the super chat. He said Brook ran into the power punch, into the power which multiplied the impact. Brook was out on his feet, fighting purely on autopilot. Dude was in tremendous shape. Exactly. Like I said, the problem is he didn't run into his power. He did, essentially. Eric Ocasio, salute. But listen to what I'm telling you in Discipline Real. He didn't think he was running into his power. He lost track that he's a natural orthodox right-hander. So when it was his jab, he went into his jab to deliver his, not realizing or forgetting that that's Terence Crawford's power hand. So when he went into it to take one to give one and went into the power, it rocked him. So now he was like, that's why his eyes did that. Sylvester Simon, because he's not used to that jab. That's why he was surprised the whole rest of the night. Boss player, salute. The whole rest of the night, if you look at Kell Brooks' interviews and everything, he was like, he couldn't believe it because it was the jab that got to him, right? But he thought it was a jab. It was his power hand. So he leaned into his power, Kell Brook did, because he thought it was just his jab. You understand? Because he was going to deliver his right hand. Because you got to remember now, Terence Crawford was in an orthodox stance, so now Kell Brooks' right hand is more effective. It's more open for it to land. So he was going to lean into the jab to give the right hand, but that's not a jab. That's his power. So that's why when he leaned in and got caught, boom, and he's like, oh, wait a minute. That's not, Terence Crawford has power in both hands. He's not he has power in the left hand and in the right hand. He's just not as comfortable flicking the left hand out as a jab as he is with the right hand, if that makes sense. Southside of Music, my brother in Super Chat, I always wonder why he had these slow starts, and now I see why. Right, because he's trying to gauge you. And so, let me tell you this, right? The difference is this. It was a sweeping jab, is what it was, Chris Kaysen. It wasn't a full hook. It wasn't a full jab. It was a sweeping jab. He turned it at the end of it. He didn't come all the way around with it. He swept it. He flipped it like that. But it had enough power. That's why people are questioning it to say it wasn't a short hook. No, it wasn't. Go back and look at it. It was a sweeping jab. He swept it and turned it at the end. That's why people started questioning it. That's why people started questioning, man, he didn't even get hooked. He didn't get hit with. Yeah, he did. Because there was power on the end of that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, he got hit. He felt that power. Believe you me. Believe you me. He felt every bit of that power. And that's why his eyes did this. And that's why he was shocked for the rest of the time. You see how he was looking at the corner? And then looking at the referee when the referee was counting? What? See, because he had his marbles, he was in a state of shock. I don't care what Crawford said. Go look at it. I just showed you a picture. And you can look at it. It was a sweeping jab. You ever seen a hook land this flush, this straight? You ever seen a hook go that straight? He would have been coming across his chin this way. You ever seen a hook look like that? It would have been going across. It was a sweeping jab. That's why. You understand? If this was a hook, Terence Crawford's arm would be over here. Depending on the angle. All right, man. Okay. Terence Crawford. Keith Thurman is better than Terence Crawford. No, he's not. And I love Keith Thurman. No. Keith Thurman loses. Keith Thurman cannot beat Terence Crawford. No, he cannot. No, he can't. Hubble telescope, salute. Terence Crawford, there's no way Keith Thurman could stay away from Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford can create angles and distance. Terence Crawford can create distance where Keith Thurman is forced Keith Thurman from. No, Keith Thurman can't. He just can't. He can't. It's not going to happen. Keith Thurman is great. Yeah, Johnny Staley, exactly. He can, but he won't. That's my motto. You already know. He can, but he won't. So somebody said depends on the angle. Look at this. Look at Terence Crawford's arm. Look where Terence Crawford's arm is, because I just showed you the other picture, so you said depends on the angle. Now look where Terence Crawford's arm is. Did that look like a hook? This is his elbow. Is it bent? It's a sweeping jab. It's a sweeping jab. That guy George, salute. Right, that's not a hook. Look at his elbow. Is it bent? It's a sweeping jab. You remember sometimes Floyd Mayweather used to use that? That sweeping hook? He would extend it all the way and sweep it and boom, and come around your high guard. Slim Jim 314, salute. He would sweep it and come around your high guard. Boop, right? The equalizer, it was a hook. It was a sweeping jab. Body snatcher, boxer, MMA, salute. In the super chat, who wins, Kell Brook or Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman. He's going to have the same issues that he had with Terence Crawford that he had with Keith Thurman. The difference is Keith Thurman is going to dominate. His jab out of the orthodox stance is not going to beat Keith Thurman. No, sir. Nope. Keith Thurman's jab and followed by his right hand all day. Kell Brook is going to be uncomfortable the entire night. Keith Thurman is going to beat Kell Brook easier than Terence Crawford did. Now, he ain't going to knock him out. Macadon won, salute. And I know people are going to say, well, how could he beat him easier if he didn't knock him out? Because Terence Crawford struggled and lost. He was down on the judges' scorecards. I think he was down on 2 of the 3, if not all 3 of the judges' scorecards. Big. 2 of the 3 judges gave Kell Brook the first 3 rounds at the time of the stoppage. That's not going to happen with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is going to win decisively. He's not going to knock him out. He's going to hit him with power punches. He's going to land cleanly. You know, he's going to outbox him and go get his victory and get up out of there. So now back to Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. D-Man Jr., LeVar Cooper, salute. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. We got 850 people. We should have 850 likes. Smash the like button. Donate to the channel, support the grind. Let's make it happen. KD the GOAT, salute. I'm betting on Pacquiao beating Spence. You're going to lose your money. Edwin Fronte, salute. Manny Pacquiao cannot beat Errol Spence. Manny Pacquiao cannot beat Terence Crawford. Bosco, I was going to say KD. Bosco Davis, my brother, salute in the super chat. Yo, Blue, I'm worried about the truth against heavy hands, Mr. Swift. That was a bad accident. Do you think Spence will freeze up if he's caught? No, he won't. Nope, he not. Money Brown TV, my brother. Go subscribe to my brother, Money Brown TV. School of Skills, salute. No, he won't. Real McCoy, my brother in the super chat. Blue, my good brother. I love you, King, but Crawford didn't start in right hand stand corrected. Blue, my good brother, I love you, King. Crawford did start in the right hand stance corrected. No, he didn't. He started in the orthodox stance, brother. He started in the orthodox stance. He switched at the end of round one into the southpaw stance. Started in the south orthodox stance. Real McCoy, who's better switching, Crawford or Enos? Terence Crawford. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. We haven't seen Terence Crawford has done it against high level quality opponents. He just switched on Brook. Y'all don't understand. He switched on Kell Brook at the end of round four. Listen, if you look at, I'm gonna show you a text without showing you the brothers. We in the LDBC chat, okay? We have an LDBC chat. We be talking. We talk all day and so on and so forth, right? Uh, um, uh, 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 Look what I said. In the end of round one. Now, all my brothers all my brothers in the all my brothers in the LDBC that's in the chat, they know this. I said this, and look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my text in the chat, and you can see the time. You can see the time and everything. At the end of round one, since y'all be thinking Blue don't be knowing what he talking about, listen. I need y'all to drop $1 in the super chat, support the grind, smash the like button. Let's get to 850. Then I'm gonna show you exactly what I said at the end of round one. And this is a fact. This is at the end of round one. Bo one, salute. My brother main event Mark, he know this because he was in the chat. Big Dog Willie in the super chat. He said Spence versus Hearns, who you got? Oh man. Tommy Hearns, man. Tommy Hearns. Gotta see more from Errol Spence, man. Do I think Floyd could come back and beat either Spence or Crawford? Yeah. Absolutely. Let me show you something. Smash the like button. Let me show y'all something. This is at the end of round one. Look what I text the brothers. I text everybody in the LDBC at the end of round one. Look what I text. Look what I text. Can y'all read what I said? And you can see the time. That's the end of round one. It's all the brothers in the LDBC, right? All the brothers in the LDBC. Mr. Kaboom, salute in the super chat. Look what I said at the end of round one. Can y'all see it? That's at the end of round one. As soon as the bell rang, Matthew Valentine, salute. Real McCoy said, I missed your super chat. I did? Pardon me. Gerald Davis, salute. Said, I missed the super chat. Big Dog Willie. Real McCoy. Oh, he said, that's what I'm saying. He started in the Orthodox stance. I'm talking to text, LOL, because I'm driving. Oh, okay. My fault. Salute my brother, Real McCoy. Right? So you see what I said. Mr. DC, Mr. DJC92, salute. Salute, James Vaughn. Salute to Detroit. Y'all see what I said at the end of round one. Look what I said at the end of round one. Just so y'all know, I wasn't making it up when I said this. This is what I text all the brothers at the end of round one. That's exactly what I said. I said, look, I said it won't last. When I said it's not going to last any longer, right? This won't last. When Bud turns southpaw right now, Brooke got caught and hurt. That's what I was saying. That's at the end of round one. I told the brothers this ain't gonna last long. So when y'all be thinking, oh man, y'all. So you see, I said this ain't gonna last much longer because when Terence Crawford switched to southpaw at the end of round one, Brooke had no answer for him. Brooke had no answer for him. Kell Brook didn't have an answer for him at the end of. So just that little glimpse at the tail end of round one. Sherman Bray, my brother in the super chat, appreciate you, King. At that little glimpse at the tail end of round one, I told the brothers, that's it, it's over. Terence Crawford just figured him out. Terence Crawford just figured him out. Then I text the brothers. I knew that the whole right side was susceptible because I told the brothers after the end of round two, I said Terence Crawford from the southpaw stance is touching Brooke's eye, and Brooke already got a red mark under his eye. So I knew that was Terence Crawford's target. LK Rod, salute. I knew that was his target. And what was the punch that got him? Right here on the right side is on the left side. Right on the left side. So that's just for y'all I'm letting y'all know that I don't just be making this stuff up or I'm just saying this because I'm here. No. I watched the sport. I studied the sport. I watched the fight. I watched it with no sound right then and there. Then I watched it with sound when I got off the live. H-Town 713, salute. Then I watched it again in the morning. I'm up to my 5th time watching the fight now. I done watched the fight 5 times now. 5 times. And so I know what I'm talking about. So when I see this, right, it let me know that Errol Spence straight left is going to be the problem for Terence Crawford. Why? Because Errol Spence's jab, if Terence Crawford is more comfortable in the southpaw stance than he is in the orthodox stance. And he's going to have to fight the fight against Errol Spence in the orthodox stance so he can have the advantage. You understand? So he can have the advantage over Errol Spence. And then he could nullify Errol Spence's jab and then have to worry about the left hand. But if he fights Errol Spence in the southpaw stance, he's going to have to worry about Errol Spence's jab and his straight left. That's the difference. Because Errol Spence is quick enough, athletic enough, and explosive enough to land his straight left hand without having to leap in. And his arms are not as short as Kell Brook. Errol Spence has a 3-inch arm reach advantage over Kell Brook. Errol Spence, Ronique 313, salute. Errol Spence has a 72-inch arm reach. So Terence Crawford is going to have a 2-inch arm reach advantage over Errol Spence, but the athletic ability is going to nullify that. You understand? It's going to even that out. Where Kell Brook's arm reach disadvantage and the lack of athletic ability was going to prove to be a problem, as it did when he turned southpaw. But see, when he was in the orthodox stance, to my surprise, Kell Brook, unathletically, when he leaped in, was landing a straight right hand and his jab. And I'm like, huh? Gold King, salute. So now you have to understand the orthodox stance for Terence Crawford is his biggest advantage over Errol Spence. Anthony Bolton, salute. Now, people are not going to agree, but you'll see. But you'll see. My brother Money Brown TV, he said, we tied, Blue. I literally watched the fight 5 times. Yeah, me too. And I saw it, and I'm like, man, is... And then, let me tell you, though, Money, this is what I didn't say, though. After every time I watched Terence Crawford and Kell Brook, I watched Errol Spence versus Sean Porter and Errol Spence versus Kell Brook. So I watched 2 fights. I watched Errol Spence. I watched Terence Crawford, Kell Brook. Then I watched Errol Spence and Kell Brook, and Errol Spence and Sean Porter to gauge it. And I write stuff down. Terrence Jenkins, salute. I slow it down. I rewind it. Takes me a minute. Terrence Jenkins, my brother in the super chat, he says, salute, Blue. Do you believe Bud can hang with Spence in the center of the ring toe-to-toe? Oh, for sure he can. Oh, absolutely. Patrick Valentine, salute. Donald Favor, salute. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, he can hang with him in the center of the ring. Mike Weary the Great, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, Bud offense is limited in the orthodox stance. Exactly. In the orthodox stance, Terence Crawford offense is not as effective, but his defense is amazing when he's in the orthodox stance. He reminds you of Floyd Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker when he's in the orthodox stance. When he's in the southpaw stance, his defense suffers because it's not a natural stance for him. But his offense is better because he's more confident with his dominant hand, his right hand, in that stance. So that's why I said against Errol Spence, it would be best for him to be in the orthodox stance because that's his advantage. He could turn his offense into defense. And against Errol Spence, I would say my game plan for Terence Crawford would be a counter fighter. He has to be a counter fighter. Be defensive, be offense when it presents itself. Robert Rich, salute. Adrian Cole, salute. Be offensive when it presents itself. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Now, when it comes to Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao, it doesn't matter what Terence Crawford brings to the ring. Manny Pacquiao is too irresponsible on defense. Manny Pacquiao is too sloppy. He gets over his toes too much, off balance. Terence Crawford, out of the orthodox or the southpaw stance, I prefer it to be out of the orthodox stance for Terence Crawford. But either which way, he's going to dominate Manny Pacquiao. He's going to drop Manny Pacquiao at least twice if he don't stop Manny Pacquiao. He's probably going to stop Manny Pacquiao. And again, I'm going to say this again. American Patriots 1776, salute. Because Stefan Franco, salute. Because this is what people are going to tell you if that fight does come to fruition. Dice Rose, salute. They're going to tell you after Terence Crawford beats him, just like they did with Kell Brook, and I didn't allow that. Tunnel vision, my brother, salute. If y'all don't understand what I'm saying, go back and look at the archives. I told you guys, it didn't matter what version of Kell Brook showed up. Kell Brook was going to lose to Terence Crawford. It didn't matter if it was the Kell Brook that showed up before Gennady Golovkin fight, Errol Spence fight. He don't match up well against Terence Crawford. He was going to lose. Because why? I told you guys, Terence Crawford is so versatile, so skilled, has too many tools in the toolbox, so fluid as a boxer. His ring IQ is huge, and he has a huge advantage in reach advantage over Kell Brook. That is never going to change. Before the eye injuries or not, it was never going to change, right? So that's why I said that he was in a lose-lose situation. Because people are going to say, well, Kell Brook was already finished. He already did this. It's a lose-lose situation. So I told you guys. I knew this. I knew this. But now I'm going to tell you this now. Manny Pacquiao is the same situation. It's the same scenario with Manny Pacquiao. It's the same situation, same scenario. Manny Pacquiao would not beat Terence Crawford at any point in time in his career. It doesn't matter if he's 40 or 27. He can't beat Terence Crawford. Styles make fights. I'm going to say this again. Manny Pacquiao could be 20, 27, or 40. He could be 22 or 42. He could be 21 or 41. It don't matter. Manny Pacquiao stylistically cannot compete with Terence Crawford. Going to be exciting, but he's not going to win. RGJ3 Boxing, my brother in the Super Chat. Errol beats Bud with stamina, pressure, and body work. So when Bud switches to orthodox, EJ will come right back around to the body. Also, EJ is closing the gap on skill set because of his resume now. Yeah, he let him level out with him. I will say this though. If Terence Crawford is in the orthodox stance, it's going to give Errol Spence a lot of problems. Because his defense and his accuracy. So when Errol Spence goes to reach for his body, Terence Crawford is going to counter him. Leon Robinson, salute. He's going to counter him. And he's very quick. And he has a lot of power, a lot of pop. So it's going to make Errol Spence hesitant, as well as going to make Terence Crawford hesitant. So I'm here to tell you guys, I'm sorry to spoil it for you, but Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford is going to be a high-level chess match. That's what it's going to be. Marcus R. Salute. It's going to be a high-level chess match. And people are going to be like, man, it's going to be a high-level chess match. Moped Mosley, salute. Y'all overrating Terence Crawford. Oh, really? I'm overrating Terence Crawford. No, maybe you should be a fan of the sport of boxing, study the sport, understand what you're looking at, instead of just wanting to downplay or discredit his accomplishments. See what he does great in the ring. He hasn't had the level of opponents, no, but the skill set is there. Combo breaker, salute. Abdul Anwar, salute. You got to know what you're looking at, and you got to look at it with you have to look at it from a standpoint of not having a dog in the race. That's what I do. Akeem the Great, salute. Shah 773312, salute. D-Man Jr., okay, I'm going to check it. You got to watch it without a dog in the race. That's the problem. If you watch the fights and you're rooting for somebody, you're going to miss what's actually taking place. And that's just the truth. If you watch the fight with a dog in the race, you're going to miss the fight. You're going to miss the fight. That's what happens. That's what happens. So if I watch the fight, smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 1K. Carl M, salute. J.A. Dixon, salute. Sib Jack Joy, salute. So if I watch the fight and I'm only rooting for one guy, and I'm like, come on, man, do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Rayman, two sides, salute. Of course I'm going to miss what this other guy is doing great. Because you're watching it one-sided. There's so many factors that come into play. That's why I always watch the fight in so many different fashions. I watch the fight then live, obviously. I watch the fight, and I'm emotionally while I'm watching it live. Smash the like button. I see my likes are dropping. Reese Bertrand, salute. Felix Cesar, salute. I watch the fight with so many different, and when I'm watching it live, I'm emotional. My adrenaline is pumping. You're not really watching, you can't you really absorb everything that's taking place. So then I watch it, so that's why I try to watch it live, because I'm already emotional. And if I have the commentating on, they are swaying your opinion instead of giving you an honest assessment of what's going on. They're swaying your opinion, right? They're trying to dictate what you see instead of they're trying to tell you what you see instead of allowing you to see what you see, if that makes sense, right? Uh, um, and so with that said, I turn the commentating off. Now, when I rewatch it, I already know the outcome. I leave the commentating on because they can't sway my opinion at that point. So I leave the commentating on. I already know the outcome, and I rewatch it. Then, obviously, most of the time, the main events come on late at night, right? So you don't realize, because your adrenaline's pumping, you feel like you're not tired, but you're actually tired because you've been waiting all day for this fight to come on. The anticipation is drains you mentally. Then when it gets there, your emotions and your adrenaline is pumping, so you don't get the full effect. So I rewatch it again. Then that lets you know you're tired. Then in the morning, I'm fresh, I'm up, I get my breakfast, I get my tea. I don't drink coffee. I get my tea, I get my water, and I rewatch it in the morning. I'm up, I'm alert, I'm more alert now. And now I get an even better assessment. So I think that Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley are, listen, they have their own opinions. This is the problem that I have when it's Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley. When you have the telecast, ESPN in this instance, telling the world that Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, and Keith Thurman are avoiding this fight, make no mention of Sean Porter at all whatsoever. And they know better than that, but they go along with it. That's when the problem is, because that hurts the sport of boxing, because people trust in Timothy. So what I'm saying to you is this: to have their opinion on something is cool. I can't knock it. If they saying I think Terence Crawford to beat Errol Spence, or I think Errol Spence to beat Terence Crawford, who am I to tell them otherwise, right? That's their opinion on what they think the outcome is going to be. John Legene, salute. Sonny Ray, salute. But when they tell you that Manny Pacquiao is avoiding Terence Crawford, and we know this not to be true, and they know this not to be true, but they telling you this anyway with the platform that they have, that's a problem. So when they tell you that, now listen to this, now make sense of this. They told you that Manny Pacquiao, and they continue to show you this, right? They continue to show you that Manny Pacquiao was one of the guys that didn't want to fight Terence Crawford, avoiding Terence Crawford. Well, we know that not to be true because we have two examples. Hardbody J. Timo, salute, my brother, what's good with you? We have two examples of this. Jay Cooley, what's good with you, King? We know we have two examples of this. Why do we have two examples of this? Because when Manny Pacquiao was signed to the very same promotional company and banner and network that Terence Crawford fights on, and they were pushing for the fight, we know it wasn't Manny Pacquiao that prevented the fight. Manny Pacquiao asked for $20 million. They told the world, in order for them not to tell us what really was taking place, they told the world that Manny Pacquiao was essentially pricing himself out because he knew it was a changing of the guards asking for $20 million. But then we have promoter Bob Arum come out and say that no, that wasn't the case. Is that Pacquiao wanted to fight? Is that he prevented the fight from happening? He says this on record. He stopped the fight from happening because Manny Pacquiao is a good friend of his and he didn't want to see him get hurt. So he said, I blocked the fight. Then he went on to say that, well, Manny Pacquiao was asking for too much money. They didn't want to pay. But then Manny Pacquiao leaves and gets the $20 million in two fights that he asked for. And he beat Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman. So was he pricing himself out looking for a cash out fight? Or was he just standing on his square demanding what he thought he was worth and what he should get? So we know that. Now, you move on, 1526, sharecropper, salute. Now we move on. Bob Arum just told the world that they had an agreement. Max G, salute. Opalent LD, salute. Ant Live, salute. They went and they said they had an agreement. Manny Pacquiao agreed. He signed the contract. The fight was ready to be delivered November 14th. But the Board of Health stepped in and said, no, they can't guarantee that they'll allow fans to be in attendance. So in return, it hurt the purse bid, the purses that they would have been, the streamer, salute, Cerebral Shadowbot, salute, the purses that they would have been able to have awarded to be able to pay Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. So the fight fell through, not because of Manny Pacquiao, Boxing Hideouts TV, salute, Sweet Jones, salute. Not because of Manny Pacquiao, but because of outside entities that said the fight couldn't happen. And Manny Pacquiao agreed to fight Terence Crawford. So why did they tell you all night that Manny Pacquiao was avoiding Terence Crawford? And why did why did Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward go along with that? Ask yourself that question. Owen and Senior X, salute. Now ask yourself that question. All night they told you, never mind Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, and Danny Garcia. But why did they tell you that Manny Pacquiao was one of those guys when he clearly agreed to fight Terence Crawford? So did he agree? Did he have an agreement in place or did he not? And now, how come they never mentioned Sean Porter? Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia, but they mentioned Danny Garcia. Now, we know Danny Garcia now, and this is no slight to Danny Garcia because I love Danny Garcia, great fighter. But Danny Garcia lost to Sean Porter. He lost to Keith Thurman. He's fighting Errol Spence, and he's probably going to lose to Errol Spence. King Corleone, salute. So why is Danny Garcia continuing to come up, but not Sean Porter? Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia for the vacant WBC title, thus awarding him the fight with Errol Spence. Then he fought a close fight with Errol Spence. He don't get mentioned? He's not in the topic? But at the same time, they're telling you, but Sean Porter is saying, me, I'll fight him. Give me the fight, I'll fight him. Give me the fight, I'll fight him. Hello, guys, I'm over here. I'll fight him. Me. And then guess what? To do you one better. Randy Ridley, salute my good brother. Now I'm going to do you one better. Not only was Sean Porter waving his hand and saying, give me the fight, give me the fight, give me the fight. Does anybody realize that Sean Porter is the WBO mandatory challenger for Terence Crawford on top of it? He's ranked number 1. So it's easy, it makes all the sense in the world, doesn't it? He's number 1 in the WBO rankings. He's number 1. Theo Walker, salute. Right? Okay. But then they'll say, they see this man waving saying, me, give me the fight, give me the fight. But then they saying, man, it's a shame that none of these PBC fighters want to fight Terence Crawford, man. Last time I checked, Sean Porter's a PBC fighter. Is he not? And Sean Porter's one of the best PBC fighters. Is he not? Then I'm going to do you one better. Then Timothy Bradley said, look what they did to Manny Pacquiao. They got him over there. They tricked him. Huh? They tricked Manny Pacquiao. They said, Manny Pacquiao, you sign over here, and we'll give you Floyd Mayweather. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Lights out. Sean Porter, Terence Crawford has more power. Terence Crawford. That's not what happened. So now, he said they promised Manny Pacquiao he signed with them only to get the Floyd Mayweather fight. No, he signed with them to be a part of a business partner with the PBC and to get paid the money he was looking for. Now, did he want the Mayweather rematch? Absolutely. But he wanted to get paid. He got paid like he was looking for. He's fighting the big fights, and he got a partnership. Remember when the build-up with him and Broner was saying something to him, and he said, I'm your promoter, because he got a part in it. Remember he said that? He said, Broner, you can say whatever you want. KBM, salute. You can say whatever you want because I'm your promoter. Because he has a share in the ownership of the Premier Boxing Champion. So how did they trick Manny Pacquiao into coming over there? And then they said, these fighters, here goes another false narrative. Burgess Meredith, salute. Another false narrative that they created. These guys are over there and they not fighting each other. Huh? They over there at the PBC, even if Crawford go over there, don't mean he gonna get the fight. They over there and not fighting each other. Somebody help me understand what they talking about. Because last time I checked, Keith Thurman done fought Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Manny Pacquiao. That's just Keith Thurman. Okay? Sean Porter done fought Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, right? Manny Pacquiao done fought everybody. He fought Floyd Mayweather. He lost. He fought Keith Thurman. He fought Adrian Broner. What are we talking about? Errol Spence is fighting Danny Garcia. He fought Sean Porter. He fought Mikey Garcia. And he getting ready to fight Danny Garcia. So somebody help me understand who's not fighting who over there. See, so when people tell you, they'll tell you, oh, look at the PBC. They're not even fighting each other. Who's not fighting each other? They are fighting each other. Roman Brown. Now, stay here, Roman Brown. Now, Roman Brown. Ramon Brown. You said why he ain't wave his hand when he was holding a championship belt. I'm glad you said that. Now, don't go nowhere now. Don't disappear. Don't disappear. J. Peso, salute. Don't disappear, Roman Brown. Don't block Roman Brown, Romon Brown. Jonathan 97, salute. He said, why didn't he raise his hand when Sean Porter was the champion? Why didn't he raise his hand to fight Terence Crawford? I'm glad you said that. Come talk to me. Now, when Sean Porter became a champion, after he defeated Danny Garcia, who Terence Crawford still wants to fight, when Sean Porter was the champion the first time, when he was the IBF champion, because, see, this is a narrative that Terence Crawford put out there, and the Terence Crawford fans are running with it, because obviously Terence Crawford didn't even do his research before he said this. So now he said, well, when Sean was a champion, he didn't want to fight me. So now you as his fan or whomever you are taking it and you're going to run with it too. Good. So when he was the IBF champion, right, Terence Crawford wasn't even a champion at all. He hadn't even fought Ricky Burns for the first title. You do understand that. So when Terence Crawford became a champion for the first time, One Main TV, salute. When he became a champion, right? Wait. Don't change the subject. You said, hey, Bud needs a money fight. I agree Porter would be a good op. I'm just saying, pay him right. No. We're going to get to this. You're not going to switch the subject. You're not going to change the station. So back to regularly scheduled programming. You said that, why didn't he fight him and raise his hand when he was a champion? When he was the IBF champion, Terence Crawford was fighting at 135 and hadn't even fought for his first world title. Mr. Tally 140, salute. That's number one. He wasn't a welterweight. When he lost it to Kell Brook, Terence Crawford wasn't a welterweight. Okay? So he lost the belt. Now, then he fought Danny Garcia for the vacant WBC title. He beat Danny Garcia. Okay? Once he beat Danny Garcia, the fight was set up for him and Errol Spence. But Errol Spence had a mandatory in his own right, which was Yordenis Ugas. Okay? Mikey Garcia wanted to fight Errol Spence. Taquan Savage, salute. Mikey Garcia wanted to fight Errol Spence. So in a sense, they switched, right? So now Terence Crawford satisfied his mandatory. Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia, and then then Sean Porter fought Yordenis Ugas, who was number one for the belt, and got his, that was his opportunity. After that, he fought Errol Spence. He lost to Errol Spence. So he successfully defended it only one time in his career. Okay? So then he lost it in a massive fight with Errol Spence that did 325,000 pay-per-views. Was a big money fight and was a unification fight in-house. Okay? So you're saying he didn't raise his hand to fight Terence Crawford. He didn't get the opportunity to raise his hand to fight Terence Crawford when he's the WBC champion. And when he was the IBF champion, Terence Crawford wasn't even thought of. He was nowhere to be found. He wasn't even a world champion in his own right. So please explain to me Why was he going to raise his hand and fight Terence Crawford? I'm just asking for a friend. Cerebral Shadowboxer, my brother in the super chat. He said, take him to school, Blue. Salute to you, King. Bobby Pierre, salute. So now he had a fight on the table with Errol Spence Jr. in a unification bout. And essentially, Errol Spence Jr. is a bigger fight than Terence Crawford. Because Errol Spence got in a, I'm give you another Raw 1980 Lohan, salute. So now let me give you another, let me help you out once more. And Errol Spence got in the ring when Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia and said, I want to fight you. Where was Terence Crawford when Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia? Why didn't Terence Crawford call out Sean Porter? See, a lot of people love to say this. Well, when he was a champion, he didn't raise his hand. He didn't give Terence Crawford the opportunity. Lawrence Williams said Bud became 135 champ March to the same time as Porter. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So, but he was at 135. He wasn't in nowhere near in the equation, and he went and fought Ricky Burns over in the UK. So he wasn't in the equation at all whatsoever. Plain and simple. So my point is this: people love to say, "Well, why didn't he raise his hand?" Well, why wasn't he at the fight? And what was Terence Crawford calling out Sean Porter? Errol Spence was calling out Sean Porter. Was Terence Crawford calling out Sean Porter? So when people say he wasn't raising his hand, why would he volunteer to fight Terence Crawford at that point in time when he had a big money fight on the table in-house with Errol Spence Jr., who was a champion as well and is more successful, is a bigger star than Terence Crawford in the sport? Errol Spence, one pay-per-view, did two of Terence Crawford's pay-per-view. And this is, again, not to slight him. I'm just breaking down why Sean Porter went the route of Errol Spence over the route of Terence Crawford. So I'm not discrediting Terence Crawford. I'm just breaking down why Sean Porter chose the route of Errol Spence over Terence Crawford. So Terence Crawford wasn't at. And then when asked Terence Crawford, would you go to their fights and call them out? He said no. Guess what? When they want to fight each other, they show up at each other's fight. Not just for the fact that they under the same promotional banner, because they just want to fight each other as competitors. So Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman both at Errol Spence versus Sean Porter fight. Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Errol Spence at that fight. You know, Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, they at that fight, and your Dana Sugas. They at that fight. Okay? And it just continues to go on and on. Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman is there. Errol Spence is there. Yordenis Ugas is there. Manny Pacquiao is there. Manny Pacquiao versus, Keith Thurman. Errol Spence is there. Sean Porter is there. Yordenis Ugas is there. They're there. And they're attempting to get in the ring and maybe make it publicly known that they want these fights. Where's Terence Crawford? Where's Terence Crawford? Kenner Supreme McGriff, salute. Salute to you, King. Seymour Green, salute. Kareem Farmer said he still wouldn't have got the fight. How you know? Kareem Farmer, tell us how you know that. Because they all fighting each other. So why wouldn't he would have been in the mix? Tell us. Go. We'll wait. We'll wait. Tell us why he wouldn't have got the fight. Because they got the fight against each other. So why would he have been exempt? Please explain to us. And how would you know that? 40-pound costume, salute. Mr. Drick Joe, salute. Samuel Adams, salute. JVM, they don't want to get beat bad. Okay. Toski Rolls, 00, salute. Whether they're at his fights, why would they go to his fights when the bigger fights are right there? He's coming to this division. They already lived there. Make that make sense. I'm gonna say this again. He's new to their weight class. They ain't new. He just stepped on their block. Why are they going to visit him? He came in their neighborhood, in their hood, on their block. He stepped foot on their turf. They ain't go to his. What are y'all talking about? He came into the division. He's new to their division. 00, you don't know boxing. You're a fan, and I'm not talking to you no more. James Martinez, salute. Yeah, Keith Thurman got paid for Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman got a reported upwards of $15 million for Manny Pacquiao fight. Asked Terence Crawford for $10 million. They said he priced himself out. I don't understand. Help me understand. Bud by far the best welterweight out there. How would you know? Is he fighting the best welterweights? Justin Jr., the MMA genie, salute. And again, me personally, I say he's the best fight in the world. But how you know that for sure? You just name dropping. JVM, I'm not gonna refer to you anymore. Done talking to you. Double I don't know you was right. You was actually wrong. They're ducking him. Who's ducking him? I just told you, Sean Porter said that he wanted to fight him. Terence Crawford said he had other plans. So Sean Porter said he was willing to fight him. Manny Pacquiao, according to Bob Arum, already signed to fight him, but it was outside entities that blocked the fight. Keith Thurman just said, "Give me $10 million." They said he pricing himself out, but he got $15 million to fight Manny Pacquiao. So is he pricing himself out? He dropped $5 million from what he was gonna make. Porter's not on his level. Goodbye. I'm not talking to you anymore. Goodbye, JVM. Goodbye. Done talking to you. Done talking to you. Marquise Larkin, salute. How could they poke the bear when he's coming to their neighborhood? How could he poke the bear when they came to his neighborhood? Huh? Keith Moore Jr. He made $15 million without a pandemic. How much? Let me ask you a question, Keith Moore Jr. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. We just we don't even think before we just say stuff. He said he made $15 million before the pandemic. Okay, good. How much you think Danny Garcia and Errol Spence is making for their fight? Go. Andre Thomas, Thurman made $2.5 million for Pac fight. I'm glad you believe that. I'm glad you believe that. Good for you. Keith Moore, they got a gate and didn't ask you about a gate. How much you think they're gonna make for this fight? Giovanni Dolsberg, salute. Who don't have a belt? What does that matter? Let me ask you a question. Any of Terence Crawford's last 4 opponents have a belt? What does a belt have to do with it? SJ44, salute. 3 up, 3 down, 10, salute. He said Earl getting 10, Danny getting 5. Let's say that was the case. Isn't that right about the number that Keith Thurman asked for? Oh, gosh. Somebody else. Because when Sean Porter didn't have a belt, was you, let me ask you a question. Keith Moore Jr., was you just watching? You just repeated what somebody else just said. Well, Sean Porter had a belt. He didn't give Keith Thurman the opportunity. When Sean Porter had a belt, he didn't give Terence Crawford the opportunity. When Keith Thurman had a belt, he didn't give Terence Crawford the opportunity. Oh boy. Drink more water. Keith didn't get 10 million when he was an undefeated as a champion in a fight versus Manny. How he getting 10 million versus Bud? Okay. Carlos, would you give Keith 10 million? Of course. Michael, salute. Joseph Obang, salute. What's good with you? Anderson Claros, salute. DeSel Bain. How would you lose money if you give Keith Thurman if you give Keith Thurman $10 million? 8, salute. I just like sometimes Ray and everything, salute. I just like to read the comments sometimes and just this is why the sport of boxing is in the shape it is now, because of the fans. Listen to drink more water. Listen to what he just said. Yeah, we would like the fighters to get as much money as possible, but realistically, if you couldn't get 10 million versus Manny, you're not getting 10 million versus Terence Crawford. Well, last time I checked, isn't Terence Crawford the best fighter in the world? So essentially, you should get more money for fighting Terence Crawford than you do Manny Pacquiao, right? No? I don't know. You tell me. Shouldn't if Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world, don't you get more money for fighting the best fighter in the world? Ron Boy Fresh, I'm not even gonna respond to you. Don't you get the most money for fighting the best fighter? You ever see somebody make more money fighting somebody else other than fighting Floyd Mayweather? When you fight Canelo Alvarez, don't you get the most money in your career because you are the man? He said in theory, yes, but speaking from a business standpoint, no. What are you talking about? Richard Diaz, salute. David the Real Thomas, salute. So the best fight in the world. So let me ask you a question. Who's a bigger legend, Manny Pacquiao or Canelo Alvarez? Whose legend is bigger? Somebody tell me that. Manny Pacquiao or Canelo Alvarez? Whose legend is bigger? Somebody said Manny, duh. Nelson Mancia. I'm glad you said that. Stay on that now. Stay on that, Nelson. Pacquiao, right? Overwhelmingly. Overwhelmingly Pacquiao, right? Overwhelmingly, right? It's Pacquiao, right? So why is it considered when you fight Canelo Alvarez the biggest payday of any opponent in the sport of boxing? Because y'all saying, well, Manny Canelo Alvarez is considered the best fighter in the face of boxing, right? But Manny Pacquiao is the legend. But you're gonna get more money fighting Canelo than you're gonna get fighting Manny Pacquiao. But Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world, but you're supposed to get more money fighting somebody else other than Terence Crawford. Now help make that make sense for me. So make that make sense for me. Now it's promotion, right? I'm glad y'all said that. So it's promotion. David the Real Thomas. I'm off today? No, you're off. No, I'm not off. I'm far from off. You're a fan. I'm not off. I never said Manny Pacquiao was the best boxer, Ron Boy Fresh. So what are you talking about? Now go sit in the corner. Goodbye. Goodbye. When did I say that Manny Pacquiao was the best boxer in the world? I simply said that Terence Crawford was the best boxer in the world. Goodbye, Jake the Most. Goodbye. Goodbye. Did I say that Manny Pacquiao is the best fighter in the world? I said Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. So I said, shouldn't you make more money fighting Terence Crawford than you would make fighting Manny Pacquiao? Because you said that if you can't make 10 million fighting Pacquiao, then you shouldn't make 10 million fighting Crawford. So you're saying that you should get more money to fight Manny Pacquiao than you should fighting Terence Crawford. So I said that Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. And when you are the best fighter in the world, your opponent should make the most money fighting you than anybody else. So I said Canelo Alvarez is not on the legendary status of Manny Pacquiao. But you're going to make more money fighting Canelo Alvarez than you will fighting Manny Pacquiao. What are you talking about? David the Real Thomas, not true. Man, you guys are... I'm going to stop responding to y'all. I'm going to stop responding to y'all. I can't. Sao Paulo 555, salute. I can't, man. Danny Jacobs got his career high payday against Canelo Alvarez. Sergey Kovalev got more money for Canelo Alvarez fight than he did Andre Ward fight. Erislandy Lara got his career high payday against Canelo Alvarez than any other fight in his career. Quan 43, salute. Walter Robinson, salute. So you get your career high paydays against Canelo Alvarez. The Guru said, like I said, they don't promote. Okay, so then that goes back to my... So I don't know why y'all play these games with me. So that's why I said it wasn't a good move for Terence Crawford to re-sign with Top Rank and Bob Arum then. So David the Real Thomas. Then it goes back to my original point. Then Terence Crawford shouldn't have signed with Bob Arum in Top Rank, right? Because he's the best fighter in the world. Why isn't he more popular than what he is? So guess what? You just made my point. Sean Porter's gonna make. See, y'all. This is. I do this on purpose. Y'all need to understand where I come from. I do this on purpose. So that's why I told y'all. Then you're gonna make more money fighting Errol Spence than you would Terence Crawford, right? And it's a bigger name, and it's for a world championship. So you're gonna make more money fighting Errol Spence than Terence Crawford, right? Yes or no? Sal Power 555 saluting the super chat. He said, tell them what it is, what it will be, Blue. Salute to you. So you're gonna make more money fighting Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, than you would fighting Terence Crawford, right? And you're gonna fight for 2 belts against Errol Spence, right? So why would you fight Terence Crawford? So then when y'all come here talking about, and so what y'all saying that Errol Spence ain't on Terence Crawford level, huh? So the biggest fight in the sport of boxing is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford for a reason. Because it's a 50-50 fight. So don't come here telling me that he ain't on Terence Crawford level. So the bigger fight, essentially, you're going to make more money fighting Errol Spence than you would Terence Crawford, right? So why, oh why, would you see I backed y'all in the corner for a reason? I backed you in the corner for a reason. I backed you in the corner for a reason. So now you're going to come here and tell us that Sean Porter should have went the route of fighting Errol Spence first, right? So are they ducking Terence Crawford or are they taking a better fight? The bigger, more lucrative fight, and it's for a world championship. So what route should they have taken? Now tell us that. Now tell us that. Tell us that now. RB 2016G, saluting the super chat. Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world, but never had his passing of the torch fight with Pacquiao when Pacquiao was with Top Rank. Yeah, because they took it from him. They took it from him. The biggest fight is in the money is Crawford Spence. Goodbye, man. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. So now they're moving the goalposts. Now he's saying, well, the biggest fight is Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. So what does it matter? This is what it matters. Errol Spence is doing all the heavy lifting. That's what it matters. So when it comes to negotiations, I don't want to see people like you coming out here talking about Errol Spence need to give him a 50-50. No, because what matters is all the heavy lifting he's doing to get to the top of the mountain. That's what matters. That matters. Young Hog, salute. Gary was here, salute. What you mean you can't compare? Yeah, you can compare. Keith Thurman is asking for money. Keith Thurman is the only loss on his resume. Keith Thurman resume. Is Keith Thurman better than Kell Brook? Yes or no? Is Keith Thurman the biggest fight in Terence Crawford's career? Yes or no? Is Keith Thurman only loss? Did Keith Thurman beat Danny Garcia and beat Sean Porter? Yes or no? Is Keith Thurman only blemish on his resume to a legend that you talking about in Manny Pacquiao? Yes or no? Cerebral Shadow Boxer, my brother, salute. In the super chat, he said, Blue, you playing chess with checker players. Oh, for sure. Easy work, man. So Keith have one loss on his resume to the legend that y'all talking about. Keith coming off a loss to a legend that y'all talking about in Manny Pacquiao. That y'all said nobody could compare to. Nobody compares to Manny Pacquiao, right? Okay, so that's the only loss on his record. So it's essentially, it's just like Canelo Alvarez only losing to Floyd Mayweather and they acting like it don't exist. So why we not acting like that loss don't exist on Keith Thurman's resume? Keith Thurman beat Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. Keith Thurman's resume is better than Terence Crawford's resume. Y'all really want to play this game with me? Keith Thurman got a better resume and is a higher profile fighter than Terence Crawford himself. Facts. So you gonna tell me Keith Thurman don't deserve it? Huh? Huh? Keith Thurman is the bigger name than Terence Crawford himself. What do you mean he don't deserve $10 million? Let me ask you a question, Ron Boy Fresh, because I'm going to cook you. And then you keep going, bro, I'm going to block you from the channel. So, Ron Boy Fresh, let me ask you a question. And don't disappear. Don't disappear. When has Terence Crawford made more money in any fight than Keith Thurman? Go. Now tell all these people, what fight did Terence Crawford make more money than Keith Thurman? Tell us. Tell us, Ron Boy Fresh. You be having so much to say. So tell us when Keith Thurman made Terence Crawford made more money than Keith Thurman in any fight. And who is the best guy that Terence Crawford beat that's better than Keith Thurman? Who has the better track record? Who has been in the bigger fights? Tell us. What pay-per-view did Keith Thurman do? Don't tell us that Manny Pacquiao carried the card. Don't tell us Manny Pacquiao carried it, because tell me what pay-per-view event did Terence Crawford do that's bigger than Keith Thurman's pay-per-view? One of Keith Thurman's pay-per-view triples two of Terence Crawford's. So now tell us. Now Manny carried the card. Bruh, don't tell us that Manny carried the card. Now I asked you a question. I asked you what fight did Terence Crawford make more money than Keith Thurman? Tell us. And what higher profile fights has he been in? Keith Thurman has been in, at least he's been in the Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Manny Pacquiao fight. 3. Which one is that high profile fight did Terence Crawford was in? Tell us. He made more money than he said. How much did Keith make for the Joseville Lopez fight? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. He made almost $4 million. He made almost $4 million for Josito Lopez, bro. He made over $4 million for Josito Lopez. So now that's Terence Crawford's base salary based off of what Top Rank told us, right? His guarantee was $2 million. No, it wasn't. Sorry. Nice try. If you don't know your history, stop talking. Because the reason why Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya took Al Heyman and the PBC to court, because they said that they was paying them too much incentives on the back end of their on the back end of their career, on the back end of their contracts, and they lost. So tell us that's why Danny Garcia 10-8 round salute. That's why when Danny Garcia was offered the money he was offered for the Crawford fight, he said, I make way more than that. So if you don't know the business of what's taking place, you should stop and quit while you're ahead. Black Cam TV, I got Bud beating Keith Thurman as well. I think he's going to stop Keith Thurman, but that don't have nothing to what I'm talking about right now. I think he's going to stop Keith Thurman, but that don't have nothing with what I'm talking about right now. So come on, Ron Boy Fresh. You be going on. You just chattering, man. So let's go. Let's talk about it. Once again, his guarantees. Don't tell me what his guarantees was, bro. Don't tell me what his guarantees was. Don't tell me what his guarantees was. And I'm going to ask you again, who has the better resume and who is the higher profile fighter? Because you're still trying to dance around that. Buddy Roll Truck Sports, salute. You still trying to dance around that. But I see you in the chat. You be having so much to say. So let's talk about it now. Who is the higher profile fighter? So essentially, Keith Thurman should be going in that fight as the A side. Because he's the higher profile fighter, since losses don't matter. Because you said Manny Pacquiao is the legend and he make all the money. He's the legend with all them losses and draws on his resume. Being knocked out cold. Manny Pacquiao was knocked out cold. Multiple losses. He was knocked out 3 times in his career. Goodbye, Ron Boy Fresh. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, man. Goodbye. Saint 26 Mo, salute. Goodbye. I don't like having conversation with people just going to consistently move the goalposts. I don't like to do that, man. I don't like when people come here, hey, if I could tell you the sky's blue. No, but it's light blue. No, man. We ain't going to do that all day. Mr. Wilkins, salute. No, sir. No, sir. Not going to do that all day. Not going to do it. Bless you, Dad Pumas. Skills, salute. And once again, Terence Crawford would beat Keith Thurman, because I know people are going to take this and say, Lionel Witherspoon, salute. Keith Thurman would beat, Terence Crawford would beat Keith Thurman. In my opinion, hands down. I think it'll be an easy fight for Terence Crawford. I think it'll be an easy fight. Styles make fights. It's going to be a chess match at first. We see Keith Thurman struggle with that southpaw stance of Manny Pacquiao, and Keith Thurman don't like it to the body. Keith Thurman don't like it to the body. Nobody does, but Terence Crawford is accurate to the body. Terence Crawford is a dog on the inside. Keith Thurman don't like that. Keith Thurman don't like that, man. Keith Thurman don't like, he like a finesse fight. You know what I mean? He don't like it, even though he showed he can when he fought Sean Porter. Sean Porter crowded his space, and they both was hitting each other with big punches, right? Keith Thurman, man, Keith Thurman, he showed me I don't like his body language when he gets hit. I don't like his body language when he gets hit, and that's the wrong guy to be in the ring with. Smash the like button, man. We should have at least 1.2 thousand likes, man. How we only got 1K? Smash the like button. Since I don't say smash the like button, we just don't smash it. Smash it. We should have at least 1.2 likes. So smash the like button. Smash the like button, man. So anyway, Terence Crawford is the #1 pound for pound fight in the world. I've been saying this. When you start to get into logistics and why these fights haven't been made and things of that nature, it starts to get a little. The waters start to get muddy. You understand? So when I'm talking about Keith Thurman profile compared to Terence Crawford profile, Keith Thurman is a higher profile boxer. Keyshawn Johnson, what's good with you? How you feeling, King? When you start to compare the profile of the fighters, Keith Thurman's profile is bigger than Terence Crawford in the sport of boxing. Keith Thurman has been on a massive pay-per-view. So see, this is what people like to do, right? You try to discredit him. So I could say Kell Brook is more known than Terence Crawford. So I could easily say, well, Kell Brook carried the Terence Crawford fight. Yeah, I could say that, right? So it's just like when Errol Spence does his pay-per-views. Well, that was because of, remember this now. Deacon 305, what's good with you, Triple OG? Remember this now. Remember this, PB, Antoine Reed, salute. John Holt, Joseph Yobang, salute. I remember the GOAT, salute. Remember this now. When Errol Spence did great pay-per-view numbers with Mikey Garcia, what was everybody saying? What was everybody saying? Oh, Mikey is the reason because he has a huge Mexican fan base. That's the only reason Errol Spence pay-per-view was a success. Because it was because of Mikey Garcia and because of the huge Mexican fan base. That's the reason everybody cited. Instead of giving Errol Spence his props, everybody said, well, it was because of Mikey Garcia. Okay, well, then everybody said, well, Sean Porter is not a big draw, right? So here's a situation where you get backed into a corner once again. Errol Spence wasn't the reason he had a massive pay-per-view event against Mikey Garcia. It was because of Mikey Garcia and the huge Mexican fan base. Now, everybody says Sean Porter is not a big draw. He don't sell. So then when Errol Spence fought Sean Porter and their pay-per-view did close numbers to the Mikey Garcia number, then and it was in LA. So everybody cited, well, he fought Mikey Garcia in Dallas, Texas. That's his hometown. Mikey Garcia has a huge Mexican fan base and so on and such, right? So now he fights Sean Porter in LA, right? In LA. He fights Sean Porter in LA. Sean Porter is not a big draw. And he still do close to the same numbers he did with Mikey Garcia. So now, is Sean Porter a draw? Or is Errol Spence the massive draw? Which one is it? Now you're in a catch-22 because you allowed yourself to be placed in that corner instead of just giving Errol Spence his props. So now when you look at Keith Thurman, we automatically going to continue to say, well, it was because of Manny Pacquiao. Well, it was because of Manny Pacquiao. Okay, well, that fight, he got dropped in the fight. Keith Thurman fought back and nearly fought to a draw after getting dropped in the second half of the fight. Imagine if Keith Thurman, he could have won. If he'd have fought the entire fight, the way he fought the second half of the fight, he would have won the fight. So he would have beaten Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Manny Pacquiao. You gonna tell me, and he's been in a ring with Manny Pacquiao, he fought him to nearly a draw after getting dropped and dominating the first half. He closed the gap in the second half and made the fight a split decision for Pacquiao. And then he beat Danny Garcia and Sean Porter and was unified at the welterweight division. He was the WBC WBA champion. And he was considered the best welterweight at one point in time until he allowed Errol Spence to take over. So you gonna tell me Keith Thurman is not a bigger draw than Terence Crawford? So you gonna tell me Keith Thurman don't deserve big money for Terence Crawford fight? No, Keith Thurman is the A-side going in the Terence Crawford fight, essentially. Without the loss, if Keith Thurman didn't lose to Manny Pacquiao, who's the A-side? If Keith Thurman didn't lose to Manny Pacquiao, who's the A-side with Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford? So a half of a fight is what separated them. Now, a loss is a loss is a loss. He lost to Manny Pacquiao, right? But he closed the gap from the first half to the second half. So essentially, he could have easily won that fight. It could have went the other way around, right? And so he wins the fight. Who's the clear A side? Is it even a question who the A side is at that point? He was considered the best welterweight in the world till he had a hiatus. He didn't lose in the ring. He didn't lose in the ring, right? He lost his belt, his WBC belt, outside the ring due to inactivity and injuries. Yeah, he lost Childtown Sports Network. I'm not disputing that. So I'm just saying, Rich Porter. I didn't say Richie Porter. Did I say Richie Porter? I'm gonna need you to listen. Did I say that Keith Thurman was the A side? Did I say that? Or you was having a hard time listening? Did I say that Keith Thurman was the A side? Did I say that? Darren Jones, Dwayne Davis, salute. Did I say that? Did anybody hear me say that? Did anybody hear me say that? Percy Miller, salute. Hakeem Page, my brother, salute. Right. I said if he never had lost, he would have been a clear-cut A-side. I said his resume is better than Terence Crawford, and he's a higher profile fight. So he deserves big money to go into a Terence Crawford fight because he's essentially fighting the best fighter in the world. That's what I said. I said he's fighting the best fighter in the world, and he's a higher profile fighter with a better resume than Terence Crawford. So going into a Terence Crawford fight, yes, he deserves big money for that. That's what I said. And I said if he didn't lose to Manny Pacquiao in the fight that he closed the gap, he would have been the clear A side. It wouldn't even been close. That's what I said. People just hear what they want and just make up stuff. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1.2. Brendan Gregory said Crawford will finish him off. Thurman off. I agree. Terence Crawford is a better chess player than Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman plays chess, but Terence Crawford is a better chess player. So he stops Keith Thurman. And I don't think Keith Thurman gets to the 7th round. This is no slight to Keith Thurman. I like Keith Thurman. Power, I don't think Keith Thurman gets to the 7th round against Terence Crawford. I don't think he gets to the 7th round. OJ Tuggin, salute. Appreciate you. Fresh Boy, salute. Slim Creeper, salute. Antho Lockhart, salute. Who hits harder, Blue, Danny, or Crawford? Ooh, Danny Garcia. And it's funny, right? Because let me take that back. Well, man, who hits harder, Danny Garcia or Terence Crawford? It might be the same. Stanley Bailey said, "Where's Kurt? I can't bring Kurt in because my computer broke, and I'm using my phone, so I can't send out links and things of that nature. So I'm doing it in this format." Who hits harder, Terence Crawford or Danny Garcia? Oh, man. It might be the same. People are going to be surprised by it. Originally, the first thing that came to my mind was Danny Garcia but the difference is Danny Garcia sits down on his punches more than Terence Crawford does. Danny Garcia sits down on his punches because he's flat-footed. Terence Crawford's speed equals power, and he's accurate. But if Terence Crawford sat down on his power, flat-footed, it would equal the same. So I would have to say, as a matter of fact, I'm going to say Terence Crawford have more power. Why do I say Terence Crawford has more power? Terence Crawford can generate more power in motion. If he could generate that much power in motion, then imagine him sitting down on his punches. You understand? So he generates that power moving. If he just simply sat down on all his punches like Danny Garcia do, Joe Riccardi, he said he not hitting harder than I guess you mean Terence Crawford has stopped everybody at welterweight. Terence Crawford knocked out everybody at welterweight. Danny Garcia didn't even knock down or knock out Ivan Redcash. Terence Crawford will knock out Ivan Redcash. Terence Crawford knocks out Ivan Redcash. It's not even close. I'm not sleeping on Danny Garcia. I'm simply breaking down the power. Well, I don't understand sometimes why y'all say some things, man. If I'm picking one, man, don't sleep on him. How am I sleeping on? I'm not sleeping on anybody. Get the likes up. Yes, Danny's timing is great. Drink more water. Woo! Danny's timing is woo wee. But it has to be because Danny has to make up for the lack of athletic ability, the lack of speed and natural gifted athletic ability. So his timing, he mastered what he does great. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.2. Smash that like button. So he had to compensate. So that's one of the things he does great because he's not very fast and he's not flea footed. So he had to make up for it. Victor Griffin, salute. Yeah, he KO'd Granados, but he didn't KO Ivan Redcash. Who I want to see Crawford fight next? I want to see Terence Crawford fight Sean Porter. I already know how he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao. He's going to beat Manny Pacquiao, and he's not going to get the credit for it. But I want him to beat Manny Pacquiao, or I want Errol Spence to beat Manny Pacquiao, because I want them to get that belt, and when they fight, I want it to be for undisputed. That's what I want. That's what I want. I can tell you that he's going to outclass Manny Pacquiao. He's going to probably stop Manny Pacquiao, and he's not going to get any credit for it. They're going to tell you that Manny Pacquiao was too old. He was 40. He was this. He was that. Sean Porter right now is the perfect opponent for Terence Crawford. There is zero excuses beating Sean Porter. Zero. He beat Sean Porter. There is zero excuses anybody can make for that fight. You can't say he's too old. You can't say this. You can't say... There is nothing you can say to discredit Terence Crawford from beating Sean Porter. Nothing. Nothing. There's no built-in excuses. Yes, we've seen Sean Porter lose before, but you've never seen Sean Porter dominated in no fight. So there's a win in the haystack for him. DK, salute. There's a win in the haystack for him. Drink More Water said they're going to say Sean lost. No, they can't, because there's a win in the haystack. He could dominate Sean Porter, and nobody's ever done that. He could stop Sean Porter, and nobody's ever done that. So there is incentives there that he can accomplish and separate himself from the rest of the pack by fighting Sean Porter and doing something that nobody has ever done to Sean Porter. RB 2016G, saluting the super chat. Keith Thurman net worth is $3 million, while Terence Crawford net worth is $8 million. Arum is not going to pay Thurman more than Crawford. Facts. Okay. Again, I guess y'all don't pay attention very well, but I'm not going to go over it anymore. I can't explain it. If I don't understand, but I'm not going to explain it anymore because I'm not going to go into that business part. It's up to y'all to do your homework. The Jay Dixon and Amir Khan got more than Terence Crawford, but okay. They gave Bob Arum himself told me they gave Amir Khan $7 million. So you could give Amir Khan $7 million, but you can't give Keith Thurman 10. I don't get it. They gave Terence Crawford, I think he got $5 million, and Khan got $7 million. At least that's what Bob told me. So if they gave Khan $7 million and gave Terence Crawford $5 million. That's what Bob Arum told me. Now I don't know what incentives and things were there. I think that Terence Crawford might have got $6 million. But you can't. Keith Thurman is not worth $3 more million than Amir Khan. Huh? And then think about this. I'm not gonna get back into that. You can believe what you want to believe. You can believe what you want to believe. Y'all gonna learn to just get some. You get a little bit of knowledge and take it and run with it, or you know, whatever you so choose. I can't tell you. Stay paid one. He said, I'm tired of hearing Sean Porter versus Bud. I want to hear something else. The problem is, so the problem here is this, is that people just fail to take in. Victor Terone, salute. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just tired of it. So, people don't realize Terence Crawford simply just said that he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao before he fights Errol Spence. But then people will say Errol Spence don't want to fight. That's another thing. Terence Crawford said, I want to fight Errol Spence after Manny Pacquiao. But you listen to ESPN and they tell you that Errol Spence don't want to fight Terence Crawford. Mr. Mechanical, salute. I'm confused. He clearly said, my next fight, I want it to be Manny Pacquiao and then Errol Spence. So why is everybody acting like Errol Spence is avoiding Terence Crawford when Errol Spence said, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao next as well? I don't get it. Drink more water. Stop making up stories, man. Stop it already. Quit it. Quit, man. Quit. Stop saying that, man. You did not see Terence Crawford consistently calling out Errol Spence. That's not true. That's not true. He was saying, I want to fight everybody. And they're trying to get him to narrow it down to Errol Spence. And he said, no, I want to fight everybody. After he beat Kavaluskas, he just said, after he beat Kavaluskas, when they said, who do you want to fight next? He said, everybody. I'm not ducking no fighter on the PBC, or I'm not ducking no fighter on the top rank. Huh? Don't tell me. I was the one defending Terence Crawford. You can't tell me. I was defending him the entire time. Go do your homework, man. Y'all need to stop with this, man. I was the one. Ask anybody who been here from day one. I was the one that was defending Terence Crawford, saying he wanted to fight. And me. He was not calling out Errol Spence's name. He wasn't saying it. And I was like, man, bud, you got to call his name. Call him out, man. Call him out. Y'all getting like he was calling them out for years. Come on, man. Stop, man. No, he wasn't. He was not calling Errol Spence out for no years, man. What are y'all talking about? Mr. Mechanical, my brother in the super chat, he said Errol Spence Jr. is cleaning out PBC and then he gonna smoke bud like a cigarette. Oh man. You know when I'm not even I can't, man. I can't, man. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. JDL Boston, salute, my brother. I can't do it, man. Deion Williams, my brother in the super chat, he said, do you believe that the winner of Spence versus Crawford will will or could win clearly enough? Wait, do you believe that the winner of Spence versus Crawford will or could win clearly enough to negate a rematch, or is it under predictable? Yeah, they can. They can. David, salute. They definitely can, man. Man, they are so great, man. They are so great, man. The outcome of that fight, I believe, is going to be a high level chess match. Can one of them outclass the other one? Possibly. Possibly. Uh, it's going to be, man. I don't know what that. That's why it's the biggest fight in boxing, because we don't know. We don't know. We drawing straws, man. If anybody tell you that, oh man, Errol gonna go in there and just dog walk Terence Crawford, that's not gonna happen. It's a possibility. Or people gonna tell you the vice versa. Terence gonna go in there and dog walk Errol. The likelihood of that happening is slim. The likelihood of that is slim. So it's more likely that you get a high level chess match than one of them just dominating the other. But I think it's definitely gonna get a rematch. You're definitely gonna get a rematch. They definitely gonna fight more than once. Nick Silvio, salute. It's gonna be a high level chess match. High level. San Francisco City Slicker, my brother in the super chat. Salute to you, Blue. If or when Crawford leaves top rank, who would you line up his next three fights with? Sean Porter and Errol Spence. Sean Porter and Errol Spence. Perfect scenario for me. Man, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get off here. My brother BFTB Boxing coming on right now. Salute to y'all, man, coming through, showing your boy Blue love, holding me down. I appreciate y'all 1000%, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all. Kashif Dixon, my brother in the super chat, he said that fight gives me Hearns versus Leonard. What do you think, Blue? Facts. I think it's more gonna be uh yeah, Hearns and Leonard. Hearns and Leonard. But I kind of feel more of Hagler and Hearns. I mean Hagler and Leonard opposed to Hearns and Leonard. Because neither one of them have that one punch knockout power like my brother Drink More Water. Salute to you. Neither one of them have the one punch knockout power like Tommy Hearns did. Neither one of them. Uh, it's accumulation, man. So I always excuse me, my people. I always lean to more my brother Sherman Bray. Salute to you. I always lean towards Hagler Leonard. That makes sense. Chuck Hook, salute. Anah Israel, salute. Brandon Gregory, salute. But the winner of Spence and Crawford got to move up and fight Canelo. Who wins that? I think they both could beat Canelo. Arcavies at midnight, salute. I think they both could beat Canelo Alvarez. Actually, I think Terence Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez easier than Errol Spence can. I think that Terence Crawford has the ability to do what Mayweather did. I think that Errol Spence is slightly more flat-footed, which is going to give Canelo Alvarez more opportunities. So his better chance. He has a better chance of beating Errol Spence than Terence Crawford because of the styles. He's he's going to be right there. Errol Spence you know, is gonna have a tough time. I think he could win. I know everybody gonna immediately say, no, Canelo could beat both of them. No, he's not. Canelo has very, very fast hands though, and he's strong, very strong. You gotta beat Canelo from the outside. Errol has to utilize a lot of movement. He's got to take a lot of chances to beat Canelo. Terence Crawford doesn't have to take a lot of chances unless he chooses to. Southpaw stance is going to outbox. He can outbox Canelo Alvarez. They both can. Mr. Mechanical, my brother in the super chat, he said Bush should sign with Mayweather Promotion and force all the fighters' hand on PBC side to get in the ring. No, not Mayweather Promotions. I think you should just sign with the PBC, man. Oh, man. Here we go. The super chat is frozen. Donate $1 to super chat so it can refresh. Donate $1 to super chat so it can refresh, my peoples. Mr. Bitcoin, Canelo will beat both of them. That's your opinion. They both have the best. Your number one tool in boxing is your feet. They both have faster feet than Canelo Alvarez, more educated feet than Canelo Alvarez, which allows them to compete with Canelo Alvarez. Salute to my brother the Fool in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. It refreshed just halfway, huh? OG Sean Don, what's good with you? Yeah, I'm about to get out of here, man. Salute to y'all, man. I ain't even getting. I want Charlo to beat Canelo. Yeah, I like that too. I think he will. Not sure how Crawford would do at 160. No, I'm talking about. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right, man. Y'all right, man. I was talking about Canelo at 54. You're right. I was talking about Canelo at 54. I still think they could beat him. He's big, man. At 60, yeah. I forgot he's going to predominantly fight at 60 at the lowest. Yeah, so y'all right. It's going to be a tough out for them. David the Real Time is my brother. Salute. It's going to be a tough out for them. Romel Lane, salute. But I think they could pull it off. Let me get out of here, man. Big LT, salute. Salute to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all 1,000% coming through, showing your boy Blue love and holding me down. That's much love. Much appreciated. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. If you have not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe and donate to the channel. Support the channel. Support the grind. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And when you subscribe, Mr. Mechanical, let me wrench you up, man. There you go. Now my brother, Mr. Mechanical, got a wrench. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And when you do hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell icon so you can get all the new notifications. All right? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace. 300. Harry Jones Jr. Salute.